Hello everyone and welcome to our intentional podcast, and we will start from solo traveling. Let's talk about the best places to travel solo. I know for you it's probably Colombia. What it is?
Not so. I haven't been there solo. That's kind of crazy solo, especially as like a gringo. It's a tough one. I don't know about Colombia solo, but it's a good time in groups.
What other places you like?
I would say Guatemala could be kind of fun if you're adventurous.
But you
like
haven't done
hiking.
it solo though.
Oh, close. Almost.
Which countries have you done solo?
I've only done a few. I did Dominican solo. I did Cuba, but during COVID I did Cuba, so that was kind of crazy.
For me, the best places to travel solo are usually countries in Europe. My favorites are UK, Portugal, and Croatia. I think these are the places where you can have the best experience, feeling safe, and there are so many places you can explore. You don't even need a company, you can still enjoy it.
No, that's good. Yeah, I definitely didn't feel safe in Dominican when I went, but...
But you stayed not in a resort. You stayed
half and half.
Half and half.
Half Airbnb, other half was resort. Yeah, definitely.
We're not getting into the
No,
story
I'm not talking about that again.
Other places I think to travel solo, everywhere in United States as well, I think is good. There are so many places you can go. Same in Canada. North America is safe overall. Yeah. Well, if you take Canada and United States, they're good places for solo.
Yeah, North America would be great for that. Like out west, doing hikes and stuff, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Alone?
Yeah, well, you meet other hikers, right? I'm sure there's like probably groups for that.
I also wanted to discuss a little bit with you about traveling solo as a little bit of escapism from reality. Am I saying it correctly?
Escapism? Yeah, it's close.
What's the correct pronunciation?
Escapism.
Escapism. This is how I say it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So, can traveling solo be a little bit of escapism from reality and from daily life?
I see, for me, like all travel is escapism. Like my mom's like, oh, what are you running away from? Like, why are you traveling so much? Like, are you not happy here? It's always like escaping from something. You know, my parents give me a hard time for that. They just say, oh, like no one's keeping you accountable. So you can just do whatever you want, whenever you want. There's no like responsibility. So yeah, I guess that is like escapism.
I think traveling solo can give you a lot of new insights because you kind of go into a new place with new people, new culture, and your mind starts working differently. And this can trigger some new ideas, new insights, and maybe you can be more creative in this type of state.
Yeah, I can see all that. For me, I find it gives me a lot more confidence too, that I can just go somewhere new country, and be fully happy, explore by myself, not rely on anyone else, learn part of the language and culture. So I get more confident when I travel solo.
It can definitely make you more independent. It's actually a really fun topic because I know these stories where people meet somewhere in the plane or they meet somewhere on a vacation. I never met someone in a plane. Have you ever met like some cute girl in a plane?
Not cute, but like cool, like good conversations.
I don't know. I only had really weird conversations with someone in the plane. I never had like someone hot sitting next to me, being like, "Hey, I'm single. Let's go on a date." I never had it in my life.
For me, one of the last flights I went on was on the way to Guatemala. The girl beside me got kicked off the plane. So.
Oh yeah, you told me that was crazy.
And I took a video. I just like snuck a video. Yikes. Turns out she actually works with a girl I know, like one of my friends. They're coworkers.
Well, this is Toronto. We all know each other.
I know. It's so crazy because she saw like my Insta story and she was like, I work with this girl. She got kicked off a flight. That's crazy. They work at like a bank together or something.
Where was this flight to?
I was going to El Salvador and then from El Salvador to Guatemala.
But at least you don't have to worry about your luggage.
Yeah, it's true. I do a little bit, but I only bring a backpack when I travel. So it's always like strapped to me. But yeah, I'm not carrying like 4 luggages or whatever.
Well, I'm not too.
Okay, 3 luggages.
Yeah, no, we're not coming back to this conversation.
But no, solo travel as a guy, I just don't have the same worries.
Any suggestions?
Pack light. You just feel more of a minimalist. You'll feel happier. I feel happier. I feel my brain's just like convoluted.
What was the first time that you decided that you're gonna go and travel solo? Why did you do it?
I think an ex and I were supposed to go to Vancouver, but we broke up. And I still wanted to travel. I had the time off and everything. And this was during COVID as well.
Yeah.
So instead of going to Vancouver, which was supposed to be a couple's trip, I ended up going to Cuba. You're forced to be out of your comfort zone. So when I go with other people, it's like There's no reason to go out and meet new people. There is, but it's just like less motivation.
When you're with your team.
Yeah, it could be
Yeah.
like you're a partner. It could be
Yeah.
with like a group of friends, your team, your family. It's like you tend to spend more time with just that group. But when you're by yourself, it's like you're just there. You don't have to be anywhere. No one's looking after you. No one knows. Some people might know where you are, but it's very different. You're fully independent, and you're gonna force yourself to socialize. At least I do. I just have a solo trip and relax, but good
Pushes
hybrid.
you to go meet
Yeah.
people for sure. Was there one time when you went to travel and you didn't meet anybody?
No, I always do. I'm pretty social. When either alone or if I'm with people, I'm always gonna meet people. I find, especially the places I'm going to. Like I'm not going to some like monk sanctuary or anything. It's all social spots. Other solo trip I've gone on. I'm going again this year. I go to Bahamas every year for work
But it's not solo.
No, but what I do is I go there early so I can cover my team while they're traveling. But I always go a few days early. Just me in the Bahamas, and I'm at an area that like people don't really talk about or blog about, because everyone stays in resorts, the best beaches, it's amazing. But I usually, on purpose, I stay in the city in the Airbnb. So it's very different than the experience that you get from a resort. So I'll meet locals there. I'll go to the gym and meet people there.
Locals.
Yeah, some people, yeah, like some people are big wild
Mike
there.
loves to stay in Airbnb in ghetto areas in Caribbean places.
Yeah, I guess like it's a good experience. You just got to be safe, of course. I find some of the locals there can be a bit intimidated or just not very friendly towards me. Like they'll make comments like, "Oh, I had one guy say, 'Oh, did you get lost from your cruise ship?'" So it's like,
Yeah, that's what
people
I'm
making
thinking,
comments. They're
because
like, "Oh,
they're
are you
not used to
lost?" or "Why are you
tourists.
here?" People like make comments.
Yeah.
I was with some locals I met, but still, it's like people are just like would make comments or look at you, and you get it, you feel it for sure. But a lot of people are very inviting as well. But yeah, I found the Bahamas, a lot of the people weren't as friendly or inviting as some other places.
To me, I experienced that in Hawaii. Locals were not friendly at all. And I was with my friends there, but I also walked alone on the streets too, and I shopped somewhere. I ate something there, and I almost got attacked by a local person. A guy had to defend me from a random, half homeless, half local, I don't know.
At least someone. What if you're by yourself at that moment?
But I think I've been on a main island, and if you go further, if you go to more secluded islands, I think it's not a problem there anymore.
Apparently Honolulu isn't that great.
That's
Someone I
where I've
know
been.
just went there a couple of days ago.
Wow.
Like connecting flight was not that great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's kind of a dump.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not that dreamy.
Yeah. But in everyone's mind, oh, Hawaii, the whole island has to be perfect. It's all you see in the media. Well, I guess there's like outages and stuff they're showing a bit, but apart from natural disasters, they don't show like the not nice areas or the things you mentioned. So
But there are so many beautiful places in this world that are still not under the radar that you can go explore. You know, I spoke to someone from Greece. I have a friend there. He's like a manager in the restaurant, and his mom is Ukrainian. His dad is Greek, and he was born in Santorini. In Greece, and he speaks like Russian and English, whatever. So he told me that 10 years ago there was almost no tourists in Santorini, and it was beautiful and empty. You could make reservations to any type of restaurants and clubs. But then when Instagram appeared, and all people started to post these pictures and tag places, this is when Santorini got so crazy that you can't even, people are fighting for picture.
yeah, because you see like Instagram versus reality all the time. Instagram, and it's like the perfect sunset, like a proposal, and everyone's just swooning over it. And reality is like it's so packed, it's hot, and it's like.
But there are so many places that Instagram pretty much destroys because they get overpriced, overhyped, they get too crowded. Tulum is one of them, Mykonos is one of them.
Where else? Maybe some parts of Italy. Amalfi.
Yeah, Amalfi
Okay.
for sure, and Capri.
In Colombia a bit too. I find there's a lot more tourists going just because of like passport bros or whatever. There's like so much stuff happening.
It's cheap there, a lot
Yeah,
of digital
exactly.
nomads go there.
Mhm. And I'm reading on Reddit or different areas where a lot of the locals are getting upset. The prices are going up, and all these tourists, the gringos, are running around everywhere. So
And I'm honestly now in this podcast saying don't go to Mexico, go to different places because Mexico or Tulum is overhyped. But at this point, I'm also regretting it because we are kind of promoting places that are not that touched by tourists yet.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to tell
people. Kind
people.
of screwing it up for us. So maybe we should not give a lot of recommendations because yes, there are some other places, but they're soon going to be destroyed as well.
I guess that's a gift that people get by watching. But they're telling, like, a lot of these places are untouched by a lot of people. They're very sacred, I find. Unknown, and people would never think to go there for a vacation. They just think it's scary, it's dangerous.
Sedona? Oh, okay. Sedona is not dangerous.
Oh, no, but like still, Sedona is not that known. I feel like a lot of people don't just go there.
I feel the spiritual community knows about Sedona, but if you live in Europe or if you...
Or Ottawa.
Oh, Ottawa.
A lot of people don't leave Ottawa. They just live there and they travel a bit, but they may do like a trip a year and they just may not explore these areas. But yeah, I guess Sedona it's great.
But isn't it crazy that so many people in North America, Canada and United States don't even own a passport? Mostly in United States because people can fly with ID. Here in Canada, can you fly just with an ID? With like driver license?
I feel like I have, if it's domestic.
Yeah,
I feel like I have,
domestic.
Yeah, I have.
Well, because US is so huge and they have so many states and different climates. So many people, they just don't even own passport and they don't even want to go and explore. They don't feel a need to do that.
I never really thought about it. I thought for sure, even domestically, in the States, you needed a passport. I could be wrong. That's crazy. Wow.
But they're changing it right now. Okay. But yeah, they fly only with ID. So for this reason, people even don't own passports.
I guess people get in their routine. They're like, oh, they live in the same city their whole life. They don't travel as much.
Well, they go to Miami, they go to Hawaii.
They go to the same place. Not everyone can travel to 37 countries or...
You don't have to. You don't have to travel to 37 countries to understand the world and to get a broader perspective on it. But I think it's necessary to travel a little bit in order to understand what you actually want from this life. Okay. And you learn a lot through every travel, through every trip you take. You learn something about yourself.
That's why I rationalize traveling so much. Oh, I'm just doing it to learn.
But on a spiritual note, I've been to many lectures and I like my spiritual teachers, and they all say that traveling is the way of escapism, right? And you always need to find whatever you're seeking within yourself. And I get it, but you probably need to be on a very high level for that. I don't think if you're there, but also I do think that traveling is still a good way to get some insights and maybe even understand that you don't want to live in your home city anymore. Maybe you want to try to live somewhere else. How else are you gonna know that you really like this city where you live in if you're never gonna go anywhere else?
Yeah, that's true. I have this one like really super cheap guy in my group chat, and like he'll travel really rarely, but what he'll do instead, he'll just go on YouTube or like Google Earth. It's like you just look on that instead.
You told me you tried those new Apple glasses.
Yeah, exactly. So if you get that, then you don't like people like, why would I travel? I could just literally see, it feels like you're there. It's so 3D and it feels like you're there. Like actually though, you can record a video and you're there. It feels like it. And you can look at a regular video that you have saved and it just becomes a movie theater for you. So it's like, why leave? You can just see the whole world like that.
But this is what I heard about future of traveling. People will not need to go anywhere.
People are going to have the same technology, and you can all be at home and go online. And there's also like and meet up in the metaverse.
But it's kind of scary that people will just sit at home, use their Google glasses, and go to Paris within their room. It illuminates excitement and the reason. You kind of just watching the movie, but when you watch a movie you don't experience the same things, no?
Yeah, it's not the same, but I was talking to like my family and like some people on the weekend. I was at the cottage and someone was mentioning this thing called Second Life. I've never even heard of it until then, but people are actually paying to have a second life where they meet people online, but you can be whatever you want to be in this second life virtually.
So it's like a virtual reality game?
Yeah, and it's like The Sims almost.
Do they have avatars?
I think so, yeah, but you can like change who you want to be. So let's say in
Yeah.
real life you're just some big nerd or
There is a movie
whatever
like
it is. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
People are actually paying a lot of money just to have like a whole fantasy life right now and interact with other people online like that.
It is scary a little bit.
Yeah, it's insane. Like you're not investing in your own life, they're investing in their characters online instead of what they pretend to be. It's just so crazy.
I think that it might be future and maybe we don't know what we are talking about, but I hope that we will still have option to go and explore the world and get excitement from meeting new people, exploring new cultures, trying food. Because you can see it in Apple glasses, but can you taste the food? Can you smell
Not yet.
the
Soon they'll have that.
the history of old towns?
Yeah, soon.
Yeah, I don't know, you still cannot feel it. Yes, you can see it, but you cannot feel it. That's why I would still prefer to go to a theater than to go and watch a movie. Because I still feel that you can experience it a little bit more with your senses than you can.
Yeah, you
with
do
a
like
movie.
theaters. And we wore this to the Barbie movie.
I hope you enjoyed our second episode and our matching pink shorts. And please don't forget to follow my Spotify and YouTube, our Intentional Podcast Instagram. See you in the next episodes. Bye.